how should Christians influence government? Well, before we talk about that, I think we have to clear out of the way some wrong views, and there are, I think, 5 wrong positions on this. One is what I call compel religion. That is, the government should compel people to go to certain churches or support certain belief systems. That is wrong because it violates the fact that genuine religious faith has to be voluntary, can't be compelled by force. Number 2 is the opposite view, and that is exclude religion from the public square, exclude religion from any influence on government. And that's the view that's promoted by certain secularist groups, both in the United States and the UK. I think that's contrary to the biblical teachings about Daniel influencing Nebuchadnezzar, John the Baptist influencing Herod, Paul influencing the Roman governor, and the fact that the Bible teaches about moral standards and the responsibilities of government. So I think we should bring Christian influence to bear. Compel religion is wrong, exclude religion is wrong. There's another view, kind of a minority view, that says government is evil, and it's the area of Satan's control and influence, and Christians shouldn't be involved in it, shouldn't serve in government, or at least if they do, it's not advancing the kingdom of God. But that view is incorrect because Romans 13 says the civil authority is God's servant for your good, not Satan's servant, God's servant. So those who work in the civil government, those who work as in the military or police force, I think that Romans 13 says you should view your task as something that is God-given, and you're serving God in that. And I think that goes for Christians influencing politics or serving as members of parliament or something like that as well. They're God's servants. The 4th view is do evangelism, not politics. And that is, the church shouldn't get involved in any political issues. But my question to them is, well, what parts of the Bible are you deciding not to preach on? Are you going to preach on Romans 13 that talks about the role of government? What about 1 Peter 2? Shouldn't we preach the whole counsel of God, even about government? So, and the last, let's see, so compel religion is wrong, exclude religion is wrong, government is evil and satanic is wrong, do evangelism, not politics is wrong. And the last view isn't very common among evangelicals, but it has been historically common, and that is do politics, not evangelism. That is, just transform society and that'll bring heaven on earth, or that's all that God calls us to do. And more liberal Protestant churches, at least in the United States in the early part of the 20th century, were involved in this social gospel. We just need to transform society through our actions, but they forgot personal evangelism. Well, that's wrong. So those are 5 wrong views. The right view, I think, is the 6th one, and that is significant Christian influence on government. That would say that just as Daniel spoke to King Nebuchadnezzar about practicing righteousness and was an advisor to the most powerful government ruler on earth at that time, just as John the Baptist spoke to Herod and rebuked him for all the other evil things that he had done, just as Paul spoke to the Roman governor Felix about righteousness and self-control in the coming judgment, so I think we should follow those patterns and bring significant Christian influence to bear on government where there are issues on which the Bible speaks clearly and gives guidance regarding the principles of civil government and how it should act.